Hello and welcome to my new recording studio, otherwise known as the back bedroom. Today I'm going to show you the first of a series of decorations for a door or wall. I would call them all wreaths, but they're not going to all be wreaths. So this is the first one, which is a wreath. I have a wire wreath frame which I've covered in plastic and then wound with red wool. And then to put the fresh materials into it, I've gone back to the old-fashioned idea of a potato, a small potato which I've wired to the top. And where I've wired it on, I put a hook of wire with a little tiny bit of kebab skewer so that the wire doesn't just pull straight through the potato. So to start with, I'm going to use some of the blue spruce, which I have here. This we grow. I have 7 blue spruce trees which all line the track down to where we live, and in order to get it into the potato I'm making a hole first with a skewer, and then you can just push that into the potato. The potato will make sure that they have some moisture, which will keep them going right hopefully until before and after Christmas. So I've gone one way on the potato, so now I'm going the other way. So when I picked from the tree, I made sure I had 2 opposing curves by picking from opposite sides of the tree. A little tip that we used to do, I was given when I first started flower arranging all those years ago, and still used to this day. So getting that into the potato, sometimes you have to be quite brutal. That's it, got it in there. Now the top part of that is a little bit too high, so I'm going to just nip that off. We're starting with an outline. I'm going to put that piece to the other side. So a wreath is a traditional shape for a door hanging. Although in the 1970s we all did more swag shapes, and often with bells made from yoghurt pots and all sorts of things. I think we were recycling probably way before the term recycling was actually invented in its current form. And I have gone back a little bit to my roots with that. I do perhaps more recycled things now than I have done for quite a few years. And I do have something to go into here that I have recycled, which some of you might find a little strange. But we'll cross that one when we come to it. So I'm just putting an outline in with the blue spruce around the top of the arrangement. I have a little bit to come in at the bottom as well. So again, just a hole just to start me off. So I decided that as we were obviously not going to have any visitors for quite some time, that I would start to convert my back bedroom into a recording studio so I can record these videos for YouTube and also do Zoom workshops and demonstrations for my flower clubs, or the flower clubs. So now to put in a little bit of holly, I have some of the golden holly, which is Ilex Golden King, and it is a lovely golden holly. It doesn't have many prickles. Now that does have a meaning in the meaning of flowers, because most gentlemen would not have permitted holly without prickles into their homes over Christmas, because it means that the lady wears the trousers. So I'm not saying anything, but I have holly without prickles because it's an awful lot easier to work with. It's not quite so hard on the hands. So this takes a little bit longer because you have to make that hole first. And just getting the next piece in there, and a little bit more to come the other side. I don't think I've shown it to you for a little while, so I'll turn it round and you can have a quick look at how that's building up. We have, I've moved all the furniture in order to get in here, so I do still have a double bed in here, and we have some lighting, and I've hung a drape on the wall behind me. And my husband thinks that if the police ever raid the place, not that that's likely, but if the police ever did raid the place, they'd probably arrest him for trying to make blue movies in the back bedroom. I said to him, don't be daft. So a little bit of the holly. I am planning for Christmas. We are going to be on our own here for Christmas this year, keeping safe. And now today we have heard that there is a vaccine approved now, but I think it'll be some time before we all get the opportunity to have the vaccine. So we are keeping to ourselves to keep safe. And that's so that next Christmas we're all here to actually be together for Christmas. So a little bit of the variegated holly in. Then I have my bit of recycled stuff, and I'm probably going to walk closer to the camera for this, because these are my recycled rose flowers, and they are made, you can see that, if I cloud it a bit closer and turn it around, that is made from banana skin. Because I have a banana a day, I can make quite a few of these. You roll up the skins and just either pin or wire them. I tend to wire them so that they're on a stalk, and then if I want to just glue them somewhere I can cut the wire off. And then I lay them out on a piece of absorbent paper on the back of my Aga, but you could do it on a shelf above a radiator or in an airing cupboard. And I have sprayed, they go black, so I have sprayed them gold with a little bit of Oasis spray, just colouring them brilliant gold so that we've got that touch of gold coming through the whole thing. So that's recycling my banana skins. I'm not entirely sure whether they will absorb too much water outside to remain, but with the spray on them, I have sprayed them very well, so that should make a difference. It should help to prevent that absorbing the water from the atmosphere. So we have the banana skin roses. And then I've picked up just 3 of the fir cones, which again I've wired, and again I've just sprayed those gold, so they can cluster in. When it's on a wire it goes into the potato much easier. You don't have to make the hole first. We used to cover the potatoes with tin foil, but I found that using the tin foil to cover them, the potato tends to get frosted and rot much easier and quicker. So they're better without being covered. I've got 3 of those, but I don't want the 3rd. I do want a little bit more holly, or a little, perhaps a bit of the blue spruce into there. So my plans for Christmas are starting. I have ordered my turkey, and my Christmas pudding was made some time ago, and that's sitting in the larder. My Christmas cake is getting fed. So that's, I've raided the drinks cupboard for the brandy, and the Christmas cake is being fed. And I've got the marzipan ready to marzipan it, but I haven't yet made any icing. So I'm not icing it quite yet. I'll leave that another week or so. So a little bit more of the blue spruce going in. Keeping this very simple, the texture contrast between the holly and the blue spruce makes a good contrast. And then to finish it off, I have a bow, which I've already made from red ribbon with a darker ribbon in the middle, a green and red ribbon in the middle. So we have the lightweight one and then the darker one in the centre. So it's a double bow really with two different ribbons. And I'm going to cluster that into the top there. So I hope you've enjoyed my video of making just this very simple wreath for your door or wall. And do watch out for my others, I will be doing more. And I do want that other cone in, so let's pop that in. And this side. Come on, in you go. So thank you for watching, and there we have my design, my first Christmas wreath done in 2020. Thank you.